Hi guys, back again with another review, and in this review we're looking at Ready Player One, the latest film from Steven Spielberg, from a book based on Ernest Cline's hugely popular book. And in the film it stars Sheriden, Olivia Cooke, Ben Mendelson, Mark Rylance and Simon Pegg, from a script by Zach Penn. As I said, it's based on the hugely popular book, and from what I'm led to believe there are some differences between the material and the film itself, but largely it's quite faithful. The plot itself is about a guy called Wade Watts who plays the character Parzival in the Oasis. Now the Oasis is a place that is designed to escape the reality of the real world in this world that we're in, because it's 2045 in Ohio, and a lot of the world's natural resources are being depleted, so a lot of the people enter the Oasis to escape the reality of the world that they actually live in. So alongside characters like Percival, you've got Artemis, who's one of the better players in this world, and the idea is that if you're good enough in the world you can create things for yourself. You create coins. It's like a video game essentially, that becomes a world that you want to be part of, which is really cool. But the main premise of the story is that guy who created it, James Halliday, the character Mark Rylance plays, dies and leaves a golden ticket, if you will, or a golden egg, that whoever finds the golden egg will inherit the Oasis and everything therein. So he'll be able to shape it and do whatever he wants with the Oasis. That brings us to Ben Mendelsohn's character, a character by the name of Nolan Torrento, who wants it himself as well, because he has a corporation called IO and they want to be in control of the Oasis, to control how people see things and how they do things. So it's down to our hero Wade Watts as Percival in the Oasis to try and find the artifact first. And the film has just got so many 80s references in there. If you're looking for them, it's so visual. With music by Alan Silvestri, who created a lot of the really cool scores from the 1980s. Most famously for myself is Back to the Future, so you'll hear that theme sprinkled throughout. Adding to the fact that you see the DeLorean play some key scenes in the film as well, which really sort of harken back to some of the things that we grew up with and we enjoyed. But the film itself has similarities, if I had to say, to Harry Potter the Goblet of Fire, particularly that film because of the trials and the things they have to go on. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was another film that came to mind. Tron, The Matrix, and if you really look hard enough, you don't even really have to look that hard, there's a sprinkle of Minority Report in there. There's tons of Easter eggs, tons of things to see in the film. If you're looking hard enough, you'll see characters that are very popular in the world of gaming. There's a lot of games references to 80s games, 90s games and beyond, even more current games like Halo and Overwatch. They're sort of prominent in there if you're looking hard enough. And the world itself is imaginative. It's really cool. You see a little bit of Minecraft in there at one point. But the only thing that I really sort of had a bit of a problem with is that it's more 60, if not 70% of the Oasis and this CGI world that they've created. And don't get me wrong, the CGI world that they've created, I thought it would have been a bit cheesy and a bit over the top, because I thought, hang on, we're going to see a lot of this world and it's not really going to capture my imagination, but it really does. And the way that they build these characters, it works, it lends itself to that. So you're not really put off by the world of the Oasis. And I'd say there's about 40, if not 30% of the real world. And this there lies where the problem is with the film, is that although we've got Wade's journey as Parzival in the Oasis, we don't see enough of his journey out in the real world to kind of connect with why there's such a disconnect from reality and why people are trying to escape so much into the Oasis. If we understood that more, that little bit more depth, I think it would have made the film a little bit more well-rounded. But it's still a great film, and if I had to sort of give it a real rating, I'd give it an 8 out of 10, because it is solid. There are a lot of good action sequences, there is a good story, and Spielberg is one of the masters when it comes to creating an adventure film, and he's done it again with this film. Ready Player One is a great film, and it's got a great cast and it's got a good story to it. I just think that there's those elements that I mentioned earlier that slightly bring it down. It does have a great imaginative story there, but I just think that there's other elements and those cool things that they could have brought into it would have probably helped it a little bit. But it's a very good film, and if you've seen the film, like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you think of it.